Attention gardeners in the zone 5A, 5B, if you're a beginner or if you want some ideas on how to build a raised garden bed, please keep watching this video. I want to share with you a recent project that we completed this spring, and now it's all in bloom, and I just want to walk you through it and walk you through the whole process. This is a 30 by 30 garden. It's perfectly square. It has three main entrances. This is the east facing arch. This is the south facing arch, and this arch is on the west. When we were designing the garden, I was considering the positioning of the boxes for optimal sun, but this entire plot gets full sun all day until about 4 o'clock, so really it didn't matter, and it's thriving, so it's working. We'll do a little walkthrough so you can get a sense of the layout. So we have arches here that we used cattle panel. We purchased the cross. This is another arch, as I was describing. The front have the corners here. The back have the corners, but they're a little bit smaller because we have this unit that closes it off. We have two round boxes here, another corner piece. So the two corner pieces are the same size. They're a little bit shorter. And as I was saying, we have that piece, that's the front arch. And then we have that guy who matches the same size there. And then this is the west arch. We hired Jennifer from PP Plant Prune to actually help us design this garden. I was overwhelmed. I knew what I wanted, but I just couldn't see the vision. For instance, I knew I wanted an arch, but in my design, I only had one at the front. But Jennifer added the two on the sides, which created a beautiful flow, and I'm absolutely in love with the design. The other thing she did was integrate things like the cross, and I have all my herbs in that cross bed, something I would have never done. I was just going to maximize the space and put the simple, like rectangular shaped beds all lined up like in a row, which has no design to it. One thing I had talked about was sort of like a feature space, whether it was like a water feature or a little statue, something, maybe a bird bath. In the end, this cross here is sort of my feature, and I'm just really happy with it. I also would have never thought to add these other beds. I think it really adds to the flow. You can walk around really nicely. It fills the space, and it also adds like a nice design element to it. My vision for this was like, I want it to be peaceful. I want it to be clean. I want it to be very easy to harvest everything, and just like a joy to walk in, a joy to look at. And I think we nailed it. We did fill all the beds with organic soil, and then we contacted a tree cutting company who actually gave us this mulch for free. And it's just wood chips, which is an excellent way to recycle this wood because we needed an entire shipment load full of it. So I'll just do a quick overview of what we have. So we've got cabbage, broccoli. I've already harvested all of it. There's some kale here. Lettuce is grown out a little bit too much. Same here. We did opt for putting our tomatoes on a trellis with this little pulley system. So far it's working really well. We have nice access to the tomatoes, and knock on wood, everything is really healthy. The plant beds were not super well organized. We're kind of just learning how to maximize the space because it's actually a lot of room here. For aesthetics and to attract pollinators, we do have some flowers. I also planted nasturtium for balance, for beauty, and also you can eat them. And then I have a whole pile of gladiolus at the edge. This one's hidden, but there'll be gladiolus coming in real soon, right at the edge of all the arches. So this corner box is where all the peppers are. So we have different variety of hot peppers, green peppers, red peppers. Things are coming in. In this front bin, I've got tons of carrots, radishes, more tomatoes. There's some basil here. Here we have some butternut squash, some beets that I've already picked, and a massive zucchini plant. The garden is healthy this year. The organic soil is just making everything grow immensely, which is such a dream. For now, we are struggling with the cucumber beetles, so I'm looking up some ideas. There's an idea where you can create like a garlic spray with just garlic and water, and then there's a clay spray, but I think I might just do the garlic spray because I also don't want to bother the pollinators, so it's a very slippery slope. This is spaghetti squash. It's going to be really fun seeing all of this fruit kind of start hanging when it's ready to roll. And then I've got some cucumbers hanging here, which is a really convenient way to collect your cucumbers. And then lastly is the herb cross. I've got tarragon, chives, garlic chive, different types of parsley. Look at my sage leaves, like they are massive. Beautiful piece of thyme here. And then this is my cilantro, which I've already cut back, but it's come back and it's flowering now, so I'll just leave it. It looks nice. This is my beautiful dream garden. Let me know if you have any questions, and don't forget to follow for more lifestyle content in the Ottawa and Clarence-Rockland area. Bye!